Mercedes Maybach GLS 600. Ever thought, you know what, this luxury SUV needs more luxury? When looking at the Mercedes-Benz GLS, well, Mercedes-Maybach decided to give the GLS a Maybach makeover, and the result is the Mercedes Maybach GLS 600, a super luxury SUV. But what does it offer? What unique features does it come with? Stay tuned to the end for the full analysis of the new Mercedes Maybach GLS 600. Some of its features are stunning, you can't afford to miss them. The Mercedes Maybach GLS was introduced in 2021, taking the Mercedes-Benz portfolio into uncharted territory. This two-row SUV elevates luxury to new heights without losing the brand's legendary German engineering. So what does the GLS look like? The Maybach division, like the Mercedes-AMG, isn't concerned with subtlety. In terms of aesthetics, the usual rule is to embrace chrome and then double down on it. The Maybach GLS has a variation of the typical Mercedes front grille and bumper, but it does away with the inlaid tri-point emblem in favor of dazzling vertical chrome slats. However, the chrome vents and inserts below catch the eye at first, and not in a good way. They don't blend in with the GLS's overall look, particularly the bright Designo Cardinal red paint, a $360 option. The Maybach also avoids the black plastic cladding prevalent on cheaper SUVs around the wheel arches and underbody in favor of body-colored and gloss black panels. The Maybach GLS's back end is also reasonably tidy, preserving the GLS's main design components. However, the chrome between the taillights and further down on the bumper is entirely superfluous. A tiny Maybach insignia can also be seen on the D-pillar, a beautiful touch of attention to detail. More chrome is visible from the back, and the dual exhaust outlets hint at the performance on offer. But it's on the inside that you want to be. The ornate and impressive 24-spoke 23-inch wheels with a high-gloss ceramic finish are elaborate and unique to look at. When you consider the large 11.5-inch width at the back and the fact that they look proportionate to everything else, you truly understand the massive scale of the Mercedes Maybach GLS 600. Even though the GLS 600 isn't a very tall SUV, as you approach it, a wide power retractable running board deploys to make it simpler to jump in, and the car lowers significantly when you open the door. For loading, the suspension can be further reduced. Closing the soft closed doors give you another look inside the luxurious cocoon. The abundance of internal illumination strikes you right away. Mercedes is one of the finest at creating moods with strips of shifting colored lights. The lights encircle the cabin, running over the dash, down the doors, down the floor, and into the back seat. You can touch the screen to select a single hue or a multicolor animation. You can also adjust the brightness to make the interior feel more welcoming. And when it comes to the Maybach insignia, it's generously strewn everywhere, notably in the textured metal surface on the brake and accelerator pedals. The vehicle has a 4-seat executive configuration. The second row is where you can go if you want to feel like a king or a queen. It has soft, heated, and ventilated, perforated Nappa leather seats. You can also modify the seat settings, side bolsters, lumbar, and posture. You can choose from a variety of massages, including hot relaxing back, hot comforting shoulder, activating, classic, and others with the footrest that expands if the back seat is pulled back and the front seat is pushed forward and far enough, even though the third row has been eliminated to allow greater legroom in the second. There's also an $800 champagne flute holder between the back seats and the center console. This in addition to the $1,100 champagne fridge, which takes up nearly a sixth of the luggage area in the back. And that's not all. There's a $1,800 pull-out folding trays with the rubberized surface beneath the optional seat back-mounted rear infotainment screens, allowing you to secretly sip bubbly while listening to the 27-speaker Burmester surround sound music system. Adjustable air vents and a line of temperature and fan speed controls are available in the center console for rear seat passengers. Using the touchscreen between the seats, you can adjust comfort settings and media choices. And when it comes to the front, center, and rear infotainment screens, they're controlled by a remote control, even though there were none on the back seats in this model. If you come with an iPad, you'll fit it in the removable plastic cargo sleeve. And guess what? The $600 wood and leather steering wheel have a leather wrap on the edges where your hands rest and extra leather in the middle where the horn hides on their Mercedes insignia. It has a high-end appearance and feel to it. Satellite radio, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and an augmented reality navigation system are all included, as well as a rubber charging pad hidden behind the beautiful cover. Surprisingly, a single continuous screen is built into the dash from the instruments in front of the driver to the center infotainment area. Scroll through the incredible levels of data accessible, all of which are presented with vivid visuals. There are charging pads and multiple power outlets for all of the occupants. The SUV boasts of 4-zone climate control systems, so no one needs to share their preferences, but everyone may enjoy the unique interior aroma system. You can control the sunshades and double-pane sunroof using controls that operate each shade separately or at the same time. A wooden parcel shelf is also available, separating the main cabin from the luggage compartment. It has a 4.0-liter bi-turbo V8 engine and a mild hybrid system. The engine is paired to a 9-speed automated gearbox and all-wheel drive, producing 410 kilowatts of power and 730 nanometers of torque. The combined cycle's fuel economy is 12.5 liters per 100 kilometers. The Mercedes-AMG GLS600, unlike the ball-tearing Mercedes-AMG GLS63, is all about comfort and power. It forgoes the V12 engine found in the Maybach S600, which is only available outside of Germany, in favor of Mercedes' outstanding Benz twin turbocharged V8 engine created by the AMG Performance Division. The vehicle has air suspension with adaptive damping, e-active body control, and a 48-volt suspension system that regulates each corner of the car separately and provides instant height adjustments. It also has a stereo camera that anticipates potholes and speed humps to smooth the ride. Curve mode on the e-active body control can elevate one side of the car mid-corner to reduce the body motion in the vehicle, that is, human body movement. It keeps you from bending over when you turn a corner and makes rapid driving even more enjoyable. The Maybach driving mode is an addition to this model. It provides the smoothest ride, eliminates the stop-start mechanism, and accelerates in second gear to make everything even more visible to your passengers. This seems like a distinct beast despite having a similar powertrain to the GLS63. It's much smoother, more luxurious, and has nothing in common with its AMG sibling. When you switch to sport mode though, everything changes. It feels surprisingly nimble as the speed kicks up, despite its bulk, with a weight of slightly under 6,300 pounds. Sport mode puts out more exhaustive character and spins you back into the seat as the GLS63 does when you get locked in the throttle. It accelerates from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 4.9 seconds and feels comfortable on quicker sweeping corners with lots of steering, feel, and fun personality. It's not as airy as the Cullinan, but it still makes you grin as it sprints over sweeping bends. And what about its safety measures though? Mercedes-Benz has some of the most remarkable active safety technologies in the market today, and the Maybach GLS comes with nearly all of them as standard. LED headlights with high beam assist, lane keep assist, steering aid, cruise control with stop and go capability, and even an automated lane change function are all included in the package. The EPA estimates a combined fuel efficiency of 60 miles per gallon, which isn't bad for a car that weighs close to 6,300 pounds. On a 115-mile assessment loop, the Maybach GLS averaged 16.7 miles per gallon combined, despite the display estimated 18 miles per gallon. And now you might be wondering, how much does it cost? Well, the Mercedes Maybach GLS600 price starts at $161,550. You will also require $18,500 for paint. And don't forget about the fridge, which will set you back $1,100, while the champagne flute holders will set you back $800. The foldable tables will cost you $1,800, bringing the total cost to around $183,000. We can now all attest that the Mercedes Maybach GLS600 is a wonderful, elegant vehicle. Whether this is a deal breaker depends on how much individuality you value in your definition of authentic luxury. So, do you rank it as one of the most luxurious cars in the world? What feature about it got your interest the most? That's all from us in this video. We'll catch you in the next one.